And frankly, as much as I hate it if Gray were to die, because I kind of like Gray, but it would be a total ass pull if Hiramashima comes up with some sort of Deus Ex Machina or magic MacGuffin that could, like, bring back all the dead. It seems that we'll probably get to see more of Ultear. She said that she has no longer the right to live, so maybe she'll probably try to sacrifice herself in order to bring back everything the way it was. I don't know, unless she could, like, enhance her time magic so that she could reverse time into, like, the way it was before, that could probably cause some sort of huge strain in her body and probably die from that. I don't know, but it sounds like that she might sacrifice herself to save everybody. I called it. 99% of the people who read Fairy Tail called it. That's actually not something I should be proud of. I mean, as much as I like being right every now and then, this is actually something that I hope I was wrong. And the funny thing is, last week I got a comment saying that Hiramashima tweeted saying that the next chapter will be a surprise. If this was a surprise, then it was very predictable. Hey guys, Ultear 27 here, bringing Fairy Tail chapter 335, The Time of Life. The front page of Ultear naked. Seriously, we almost saw her boobs and they're blocked by that sphere of hers. Well, most of the boobs were blocked. I'm not gonna even post it on my video because what the hell is the freaking point? So the chapter begins, we see different panels of everybody in different situations against the dragons and the cyber meta dragons. Erza and Jalal, they're okay. Bacchus, poor Bacchus, he gets, well, I'm not going to say that he's really dead, but he does get injured by one of the cyber meta dragons. That guy got trolled multiple times. This is the guy that is supposed to be as strong as Erza. Yeah, he lost to Elfman, he lost to Sting. Actually, that is like, he lost to fucking Ichiya. But there are actually some pretty sad moments. We actually did get some character deaths, but later on that gets completely wiped away, which I will get to later on, but you already know if you've read the chapter or if you've actually predicted it yourself. Macau, in one panel, Macau, he gets eaten by the cyber meta dragons, while Romeo and Wakaba, yeah, they watch and try to get away. It was pretty sad, but... And also, you get to see Jet holding on to Joy, and Joy is dead. Oh, and it has been confirmed that Gray is dead. That dragon attack, right through the skull. Not only we get to see Juvia crying, but we also see Melody tearing up, and Leon is also crying, and he's trying to get Chulia to heal him, but, you know, it's too late. In the next couple of pages, we get to see Ultear, who is feeling really sad and guilty and depressed because she recounted her life from the very beginning, how she was always deceiving people, that she was a very terrible person with a cursed life. Deceiving people, manipulating their lives, doing whatever she wants to do. But then she also thought back to the time when she fought against Gray back in Tenro Island, and it was because of that fight, because of Gray, that she wanted to get another chance to redeem herself by joining Crime Sorcière. Also, in that panel when we get to see her guild marking, the new one for Crime Sorcière, we also get to see her ass. I would have been okay with it if you just see her back and the guild marking, but no, we also have to see her ass as well. Why? But then we get a flashback of her a couple years younger, back when she was in Grimoire Hearts, and of course we get the cameo of Hades. Anyway, Hades is talking about Ultear, and Ultear has basically found the magic that can regain lost happiness. Last Ages. This Last Ages is a time reversal magic, but is forbidden because the cost of reversing time would be your life. So if you use this magic, you will die. And that is something that Hades forbid Ultear to do. But we all know this is coming. So yes, after the flashback, what do you know? She uses Last Aegis. Basically what she did was actually slam her hands onto the ground. There's like this magic vortex surrounding her. Then veins start surrounding all of her body. Then all of a sudden her clothes get a bit torn, her skin gets burned. Yeah, it looks like that she's like on fire. It did work. But she only managed to reverse time in 1 minute. 1 freaking minute. When she realized this, she's like, oh my god, are you serious? 1 minute? Is my life worth 1 minute? That's not even, I couldn't even save a single person. And then she falls down on the ground. So Ultear may or may not be dead. We don't know. Probably, maybe she will be, well, on the verge of death, but not completely dead. But if she does die thinking that her life wasn't worth a minute, then wow, that's pretty sad. And not only that, after what happened in the 1 minute, it actually did save some lives. Because the 1 minute, yes, because this was actually 1 minute before Gray dies. Yes, within the previous chapter we saw Gray die. The next chapter, he lives along with Macau and Joy. The panels we saw them, you know, getting injured by those cyber meta dragons. The previous chapter seeing Gray die, seeing those characters die. And this chapter, wiped out because of time reversal magic by Ultear, which managed to reverse time 1 freaking minute. And don't get me wrong, I did like the idea that the fact that Ultear's life was really worth a minute. Because of that 1 minute, she did save some lives. Yes, even though you have characters that died a minute ago, they can survive. But that doesn't help you in the next minute. I mean, for all we know, in the next minute, more people might die. There's still more destruction and chaos. The dragons are still there. Future Rogue is still there. People might eventually die in the next minute. We don't know. So with Gray, Leon, Melody, and Juvia, which by the way, we get the same panels, the same 3 panels from the previous chapter, and they got a vision of Gray dying. Not only did they have a vision of Gray dying, they saw like how he died and what happened in that minute that was reversed. So they knew when the cyber meta dragons were going to pop out, which they do. And Gray and Leon use their ice magic to freeze them. So, yay, Gray's alive! But seeing the previous chapter, feeling that was freaking pointless because in the end, he survived. It's not only just Gray, as I said before. Joy, Macau, they're okay because they saw the vision of what happened in that 1 minute. So they decided to like go to different places. Because of that, that prevented their deaths. And also every now and then we get a panel of Ultear lying on the ground. Don't know if she's completely dead or not. She could be, she could not be. This is fairy tales, so we still have to know a little bit more. But then the rest of the time we also got like different panels of everybody. Even everybody noticed who saw the vision of what happened 1 minute into the future. But eventually those memories, that vision vanished, and they were completely oblivious of what happened or what that phenomenon was. Oh, and also Bacchus is okay. Gagio, even noticing the vision himself, and managed to use that as an opportunity to hit the dragon. Yeah, so even within that 1 minute, he knew when the dragon was coming, and he managed to hit the dragon. And of course, the chapter ends with seeing multiple dragon slayers. Also, Luxus and Wendy were teaming up. Rogue and Sting. We even see Cobra and Gagio. We have like narration text saying that 1 minute became the catalyst for humanity's counterattack. And that is basically where the chapter ends. So yeah, that is Fairy Tail chapter 335. What did I think? Not the best chapter, but I don't think it deserves a troll face at the moment. I feel like I want to, but I don't, because I mean, this chapter was predictable. We knew what was gonna happen. The problem is, it would have been a lot better if, I don't know, like, the chapter after Gray dies, we see other characters also die. We get more into the situation of the guilds and the dragons. Then eventually, in the next couple of chapters, we get to see Ultear, her feeling incredibly guilty of wanting to kill Rogue, and probably knowing who has died, then uses her time reversal magic to reverse everything back. I don't know if in like a minute, maybe longer than a minute, maybe half an hour, like that. But I did like the idea of the fact that Ultear's life was worth 1 minute to save everybody. Yeah, I did get that. But knowing that this was going to happen in the next chapter, it just lost whatever impact you felt when you saw some of these characters die. Because in the end, they're okay. But that doesn't mean that characters might die later on. I mean, sure, they saw 1 minute into the future, but they won't know what's going to go on in the next few minutes. Eventually, we might see more characters die. Hopefully, they will stay dead. Again, sucks that Ultear would die, but at least we got something out of it, maybe. So next week's chapter is going to be called In Order to Live Today to the Fullest. Oh God, I smell a Nakama friendship speech coming. It is as I'm calling it. In order to live today to the fullest. I'm calling it right now. Nakama friendship speech next week. Just from that title alone. So, yeah, but this chapter was predictable. And I know you guys were expecting deaths, but it got reversed in a minute. Sorry, guys. But it doesn't mean that characters might die in the next couple chapters. Hopefully. I don't know, but I'm okay. I'm glad that Gray is alive, but that's why I wasn't so like freaking out when I saw that, because I didn't know if he was dead or not, and if he was dead, then he would eventually stay dead or not. But as I said, if he didn't stay dead, this is what would have happened. So I'm not gonna give it the troll face at the moment. I mean, it's not the worst chapter I've read, but it's definitely not the best, but I just hope that the next chapters will be better than this, that we get to see even more of the dragons actually doing something, like killing. I mean, this is an invasion with dragons. We're expecting some character death, and not characters that have died, but they can be brought back by time reversal magic, or somebody from the future dying, even though it doesn't affect the present. So something like that. I really want to be optimistic because of these dragons appearing, but ever since the Grand Magic games, I've kind of lost a little bit of hope. But I just want to be optimistic for this, at least just this once. I mean, please, Hiramashima, please make us feel something about this dragon invasion. Give us some sort of impact, some sense of danger. We really need something. And no magic MacGuffins. Seriously. Unless they're going to use the freaking Eclipse Gate. So yeah, overall this chapter, not the best, but not the worst I've read. But it was predictable as hell. Next week's chapter, I'm calling it Friendship Nakama Speech. I'm going to Spotlight 27, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.